I'm Layla Almutminu, and this is my story. I've been at New Life Tabernacle since I was 3 years old. That means New Life was located on Nebraska and would soon transition to the location in Fowler. So I was here when Bishop had a small fro and a very thick mustache, and Pastor Collins had that same mustache. I was also here when Bishop played that blue guitar, and he sang much louder than he does now, but we loved it because it was a sound that called unto the Lord. From that location, what I remember the most is the fellowship hall. So we used to get bagels from Einstein Bagels, and they would be donated to the fellowship hall, and we would eat in the fellowship hall on Saturdays. From there, Sister Daniela would do my hair, and we would go to the state fair. We weren't at that location too long before it was time to enlarge our territory, and we moved to 109. And at 109, passion and desire for community and soul winning was birthed into the congregation. The responsibility and the burden of soul winning had trickled down from the pews, and New Life began to grow exponentially. I was a young child, but I remember Saturday morning prayer that resembled Sunday morning service, the youth events that involved Brother Lim getting soaked with water guns. Somebody should really check on Brother Lim because he's been taking some pretty big hits for a while now. Brother Godwin gave himself the nickname Pookie at that location, and the church came together to support the victims of Hurricane Katrina, and some of those families are still here and a part of Vision 99 today. 109 ignited a fire within us all when we became millionaires and raised a down payment for our current residence. And the vision that the Lord gave Bishop had started to spread. He passed the torch to Pastor Collins, and he started Victory Tabernacle. Club Victory is what we used to call it. The Holy Ghost began to spread across our city, but the fire at our home location was still blazing because Mama Davy had a ruler stick that she used to pop our legs if she could see our knees in our skirts, and her L-check put the fear of God in you. Sister Marsha did our hair, she made us eat our vegetables, and she taught us how to live right and walk and dress properly according to the Lord's standards. Minister Dion Carr, who we love and miss very much, she was kind and taught us to care for one another and submit to our leaders. The mothers had testimony service that lasted for 2 hours. And Mother Parker would sing, I Know I've Been Changed. Mother Gooden would have on her all red suit and stockings. And Mother Ferguson, if she got up from her seat, we all took cover because we knew she was coming for a rebuke. And nobody wanted a rebuke from Mother Ferguson. Nobody. Mother Davis will remind us that the Lord loves us and only the way that the Lord can love us. Mother Williams would get on us and tell us that we need to know God for ourselves and we need to get our lives together. New Life Tabernacle was a family, and I'll never forget the church praying over me after Mother Williams told my mother that the spirit of death was coming to kill me. I'll always remember Bishop coming to my room in the hospital as a child and sitting next to me and reading a newspaper. He did not say one word. He didn't say hello. He didn't say goodbye. He read that newspaper, and that's that. I remember Brother Silas and all of his peppermints that he would give us no matter where we were in life. If you saw Brother Silas, he had on his usher jacket, his black slacks. He had a peppermint for you. They didn't always taste great, but you always took that peppermint. I remember the 3D model that Bishop had together and he put in the foyer when it was time for us to move from 109 to our current location. And we all would come by. We couldn't touch it. Bishop always told us, don't touch the 3D model, but it allowed for us to see the vision that the Lord was placing on his heart. I'll never forget the fellowship that we had at 109. We used to all come together and carpool and visit local buffets. I'm pretty sure the Golden Corral off of Fowler is closed today because we no longer eat there as a church. We were always eating at a buffet. We always had food to go get and to bring back. New Life now is bigger than I could have ever imagined or thought of as a child. I'm blessed to have been here for the past 28 years. Don't add those numbers together. You don't need to know how old I am, but I've been here for a while. It's been a blessing, and I'm just grateful that I've been able to see the growth within our bishop, within our pastor and their families, and to see how the Lord has blessed us over the last few years. This is just the beginning. The Lord hasn't even scratched the surface of how much he's going to do and how much more he's going to reveal himself to us as. I'm grateful, I'm honored, I'm humbled to be here. I love you guys. Happy anniversary.